Hi, my name is Bert Blaze and I am not a chef. However, I've always had a huge passion for quality food and sharing my ideas with friends and family. I like to keep my cooking fresh, exciting and affordable, but I don't believe that means you have to compromise on quality. Whether they're throwing a dinner party, looking for healthy family meals, something special, or just to try something new, I'm the guy to go to. The go-to guy. This week, I'll be showing my go-to meal for when you're trying to impress that special someone. I'm going to be making a quick and easy 3-course meal that uses fresh ingredients and is bound to get you on a person's good side. First of all, I've got to head into town for my ingredients. I source all my ingredients from local independent shops and markets. I'm looking for the best quality at affordable prices. These 3 courses are designed to let the flavours do the talking, allowing you to keep it fun and simple whilst maintaining that wow factor at the table. If you're like me, I like to complement my food with good wine or quality beer. Not only can it enhance the dish, but it can also add to the whole dining experience. Even though this is a special meal aimed to impress, it hasn't broken the bank, and I promise it doesn't require any special skill to make. And we're going to make the whole thing in next to no time. Doing mole maniere as a starter today. These mussels are from the Arndale fish market actually. If they're closed, they're good to go. So all we're going to do is lightly clean them. And you want to take the beards out. This is what they've been eating, it's halfway in there. You have to take the beards out. I'm going to move over here now, we can do some chopping. Grab a good sized onion and finely dice it. Next we need to slice up a couple of cloves of garlic before finally preparing some chopped parsley that we're going to add right at the end. Lots of olive oil on the bottom.
That's a lot of olive oil.
Yeah, I like olive oil. It's going to whack the onion and garlic. Probably best to turn it on about this point.
Have you ever cooked before?
1 or 2 times, yeah. A bit of pepper, some dried bay leaves, just going to throw them in there. And some thyme. The thyme's a nice woody herb. I'm sweating them down, it's getting a little bit soft. The eyes watering quite a lot at this point. I'm just going to bring these over here ready. So they're all closed, they're all still alive. Ready to meet their maker.
Do you not consider it cruel at all?
No, as long as they taste nice, it's not really cruel, so it's fine. Okay, right, in the mussels, just like this. Right, I want to get this pan really hot, so I've turned the heat up right full. Give them a quick mix around, don't be tempted to mix too much, do not mix too much, there we go. Leave them. We're going for, ideally I'd like to use a muscadet, but I can get any today, but this is just as good. It's from the Loire Valley, north of France. So it's quite acidic, it's got a limey taste in there, quite minerally as well. It'll go nice with the mussels. So, I like wine. Lid back on. It needs to start steaming now. So the mussels are going to steam now, and they're going to start to open up as they cook. So as they die and they cook, they're going to open up. So if you see any at the end that aren't open, you have to throw them away. Okay, so we've got some double cream. Just going to finish it with a load of chopped parsley. So just stir. Okay. So just going to finish with some sauce. Some nice crusty bread with this. And there we go, a couple of minutes work. Beautiful malt marinara. I mean, this sauce is one of the best things about it as well. And that's a fantastic meal. Enough for people easily there, a bit of bread. A starter for a meal or a main even. Loads of protein in there, loads of flavour. Nice fresh fish, beautiful. Can't go wrong. This is our sea bass main. I've chosen sea bass because it's my favourite fish by far. And I've already got the fishmonger to fillet it for us, so we've only got to do a little bit of work. Just washing off. It's a nice fresh fish, beautiful fresh fish actually. So what I'm going to do is just get the back of the knife. You need a tea towel for this as well. It's just what you do is get rid of all this gunk that's on top of the sea bass there. You don't want that on there when it cooks. Otherwise the skin won't be crispy when you cut it. You want it nice and dry, get rid of all this gunk.
Is it an expensive fish?
It's not cheap, but it's not expensive. You can get 3 whole sea bass for about £10 at fishmongers. Maybe pay a bit more from the supermarket. I'm going to cook it with a rosti today though. And a bit of salsa. It's a bit fresher, a bit lighter I think. So I'm just going to make sure this is really dry. To go with this cracking piece of sea bass, I'm going to show you how to make a quick potato rosti. First we need to get grating a Wiltshire potato, and then squeeze out all the moisture for a tea towel, so it'll hold its shape when cooking. Lightly oil a circular ramekin and tightly pack in the grated potato. Get some oil in a frying pan and brown off the rosti over a high heat. Season and sprinkle with paprika, but only turn it once. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees, stick in the brown rosti and allow it to cook through. So what I want to do is I just want to, don't score it, I don't want to go crazy. It's nice and bone dry, it's not slimy at all. That's what you want. So it's gonna, when it goes in the pan, it's gonna crisp up beautifully. Nice skin on it. That's the best part of the sea bass. My favourite part of the sea bass is the skin. With Maldon salt. And then a bit of pepper as well. Okay, right. We want oil in the pan. Medium heat, medium to high heat. So when we're placing the sea bass in the pan, what we want to do, make sure it's hot first. But also everyone just slaps it in, you've got hot oil in that pan, remember. So what you want to do is really carefully, and you want to drop it away from yourself, so the pan, the oil doesn't splash you. Away from me, look, like that, skin down. Make sure it's skin down. Leave that fish alone and let the skin get nice and crispy while we focus on preparing a colourful salsa. The pepper is going to add a great texture, and the right vine tomato will add a lot of flavour. This salsa is designed to cut through the oily fish. You can add pretty much any vegetable you can eat raw to the salsa, so experiment. Right, so while the sea bass is cooking, skin side down, we're not going to touch it, we're not going to move it, just going to leave it. The skin can take all the heat and it'll crisp up really nicely. Don't keep flipping it, just leave it. So we're going to, I'm just going to get these radishes ready. I don't know why I chose radishes, they were just at the bottom of the fridge.
Are you putting these in with the sea bass?
Just at the end, just give them a bit of colour. You can eat them raw as they are. I'm just going to half them, put them in. Add a bit of colour as well. This is the salsa. So we got fennel in there, onion, tomato. Gonna lemon juice in there. Gonna put just a little bit of olive oil. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's keep going. Just a little bit more. I've run out of olive oil, so I'll stop now. And then some balsamic vinegar. Give it a bit of a mix up. Cool. I'm just going to whack these in now. I've not touched the fish at all. It will cook itself, it will do all its work itself. Okay, so this is ready to flip now. We're going to have, fingers crossed, we're going to have beautiful crispy brown skin. Favourite part of sea bass. Yes, look at that. Perfect. It's going off now, heat's off, take it off. Just going to leave that for a few seconds. So we're going to plate this up now. So the rosti will be ready, about 15 minutes it's had, about 180 degrees. Nice and brown, cooked away through. When presenting my dishes, I'm a firm believer in keeping things simple. I like to let the flavours of the dish do the talking for me, so it's important not to try and do too much. The radishes have been flashed in the pan, so it adds some extra crunch to this already rustic meal. I'm just going to loosely serve the salsa around the edge of the plate. So we've got a nice crispy fillet of sea bass, we've got the potato rosti and a made up salsa. And there we go, enjoy. This dessert is so easy to make. We're going to make tiramisu. Wow, it's sort of tiramisu. It's my version of tiramisu. So in these little pots, we've got some little sponge fingers, and I've just soaked them in espresso coffee and some Madeira. You normally use Masala, you can use Amaretto or whatever you want really. Anything with like a kind of nutty taste to it, it's fine. So I'm going to go with Madeira here. It's a vintage Madeira. So I've just soaked that in. The sponge fingers they're a little bit moist, but they've still got a bit of bite to them as well. So you don't want them to be soggy. You don't want a soggy dessert. So first thing, we're going to whack some cream in this bowl, and we're going to whip it up. Again, guessing with the amounts. That looks about right. There we go. Gonna whip this up in no time at all. This will take a while. Get those guns out and get whisking. For my tiramisu, I like to get the cream nice and thick. However, you can whisk it to whatever consistency you want. Add a tablespoon of mascarpone and mix well with the cream. Spoon the mixture onto the sponge fingers and spread it evenly. Now for the fun bit. Get a nice bit of dark chocolate and grate it generously over the top. It's the final flourish to an already deeply indulgent dessert. Really good. Looks pretty cool as well. It's just sponge fingers, chocolate and that. In 2 minutes work. Absolutely fantastic. 3 courses, 3 really easy courses. No messing around. I'm not a chef by any means. Really easy stuff to do. Just get stuck in and have fun. Experiment, that's what it's about. How does it